Hello everyone, my name is Josue Ayala, and this is going to be my presentation for the paper that we wrote. The title is Periodized Strength and Conditioning Program for a Collegiate Middle Linebacker. Alrighty, so just a real quick background, the athletic profile of my hypothetical athlete. It's a 20-year-old collegiate middle linebacker, 6 foot, 225. He's had 4 years of structured strength training. Now the position that he plays, he is a middle linebacker. It requires his ability to tackle, quick reaction, direction changes, and just leadership in general on the defense. The primary goals of the program is to increase explosive power, improve total body strength, build muscular endurance, and of course, reduce injury risk. Now, a needs analysis for his energy systems. His energy systems are going to be primarily consistent of the ATP-PC system, just short explosive efforts in between sprints, tackles, just kind of between plays. Now, for the longer plays that are going to require more repeated efforts, he'll be relying more on the anaerobic glycolysis. And for the recovery between the plays, it's going to be the aerobic system. So football, of course, as we know, it consists of just short bursts of intensity with brief rest periods. Now, here's a needs analysis for his physical demands. So as a middle linebacker, he's going to require, of course, strength, power, speed, agility, muscular endurance, joint stability, and quick reaction time. These abilities are going to help our athlete in taking blocks, exploding off the line, closing gaps, and changing direction quickly. As far as biomechanical demands go, it's going to be just repeated hip and knee extension when he's running. Again, the ankle plantar flexion, which is going to be his push off, trunk rotation, lateral movement, the triple extension of the hips, knees, and ankles. It's going to require strong deceleration and eccentric control, especially when, again, it comes to the change of direction, and a lot of core and joint stability to reduce the injury. We don't want our athletes, getting hurt and whatnot. Now, as far as testing and evals go, the tests that are going to be used, we're going to be doing a vertical jump for his lower body power, 1 rep max squat and bench for his max strength, 40-yard dash for speed, 5-10-5 shuttle for his agility, a yo-yo intermittent testing for conditioning, and a FMS, the functional movement screen, for his movement quality. The purpose of all of these tests is to identify weaknesses and guide training emphasis. It's just going to help us see. We're going to be doing the tests. We're going to be using kind of just like a baseline of general results just to see where our athlete kind of lands, and that's going to help us to figure out how we're going to go about programming our athlete for his time with us. Now, the program design is going to be a total of 12 weeks. It's going to be a linear periodization model, and there's going to be 3 phases. There's going to be hypertrophy, maximal strength, and power. It's going to finish off with power and speed. Now, the intensity is going to be increasing over time as the volume decreases, and the goal is to have him ready for peak performance by week 12. So phase 1 is going to be hypertrophy. The goal during this time is going to be to build muscle and just increase the work capacity. His intensity is going to be between 65 to 75% of his 1 rep max, whatever that might consist of. The rep ranges are going to be between 8 to 12, and his rest periods are going to be between 60 and 90 seconds. A handful of the exercises that we're going to be including during this phase is going to be back squats, Romanian deadlifts, lunges, hamstring curls, bench presses, rows, overhead press, a lot of core work, and some sled pushes and tempo runs. Next, during the phase 2, we're going to be working on his maximal strength. This is going to be during weeks 5 through 8. The goal during this period is going to be to increase force production. We're going to be increasing the percentage that we're going to be working with to between 80 and 90% of his 1 rep max. However, you're going to notice we are going to decrease the amount of reps that he's doing during this period down to 3 to 6. And because of that, the increase in the intensity, we're going to be also giving him a little more time to recover in between sets. He's going to be resting from anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes. Primary lifts are going to be more compound movements. We're going to see more back squats, deadlifts, bench press, and overhead work. overhead presses. And as far as accessory work goes, we're going to be throwing in a little bit of what we would see during the hypertrophy, some split squats, some rows, some hamstring curls, and we're going to be focusing a lot more on speed work, not so much tempo runs during this phase. For phase 3, we're going to be focusing on power and speed. This is going to be weeks 9 through 12. Now, the goal during this period is to convert all the strength that we have built into explosive power. So during this period, we're going to be dropping the intensity down to 40 to 70% of his 1 rep max. We're also going to be decreasing the rep ranges from 2 to 5. The idea during this time, the concept behind this method is to ensure that the athlete is performing these exercises explosively. We want him to be real snappy with it. We want him to move. We want him to blow it up. Some of the exercises that are going to be included are going to be hang cleans, push presses, box jumps, depth jumps, and medicine ball throws. As far as his agility work goes, we're going to be doing a lot of cone drills, ladder drills, and reactive change of direction. So as the phases have progressed, we went from more tempo runs to explosive speed, and now we're finishing off the peak of the program with more change of direction drills and footwork. For his warm-up and his flexibility, we're going to be doing the ramp protocol: raise, activate, mobilize, and potentiate. Just kind of do different things to help him. We're going to elevate his heart rate. We're going to activate certain muscles, mobilize certain muscles, and potentiate all the things, the muscle groups that we're going to be using. Some of the dynamic warm-ups are going to include just a little light cardio, light jogs, some glute and core activation, a couple of mobility drills, a couple of acceleration movements. And post-workout, we're going to be doing more of the stretches and stuff like that. So some static stretching, some foam rolling, a little bit of mobility work just to help his body ease up a little bit. Now, for the injury prevention training, some of the exercises that we're going to include are going to be Nordic hamstring curls, lateral hops, deceleration drills, rotator cuff strengthening, scapular stability exercises, balance and proprioception drills, and core strengthening. Now, the purpose of all this is to reduce knee, shoulder, and ankle injuries. That's some of those are pretty much the big injuries that happen in football and those kind of, and this kind of contact sport. A lot of ACL injuries, a lot of ankle injuries, shoulder injuries, of course, yeah. So as we see in the exercise selection, we're going to be doing these exercises just to help to reduce the risk of any of these injuries happening to our athlete. Now, for the recovery strategies, again, some of these exercises are going to be the same. They're going to include, again, the Nordic hamstring curls, lateral hops, deceleration, rotator cuff stability, scapular stability, balance and proprioception, and core strengthening, and pretty much the same idea for the injury prevention and the recovery. Now, the reason for the way I decided I wanted to program this athlete is because periodization improves performance. The multi-joint lifts, they're going to improve sport-specific strength. The plyometrics are going to improve his explosiveness and the stretch shortening cycle. The neuromuscular training, it's going to reduce the injury rate. And this program is just simply aligns with the demands of what a middle linebacker needs to excel at, to just perform well at his position. Just a quick reflection, the strength and conditioning is going to play a key role in my athlete's success. The program is evidence-based and sport-specific. It's going to allow progression and customization, and it reinforces interest in the S&C field, so the strength and conditioning field, and it shows the importance of scientific planning. And this is just a quick slide for my references. Thank you guys for watching.